Pace car rolls off here as we head towards the reflag here. Corey Williams on pole position alongside Luke Martin for the 9th race of the season here at Carbondale. Green flag in the air. Corey Williams leads at the line. Williams clears to 22 through turn 1 as they head through turn number 2 here. Corey looking to lead the first lap here. Hart down below from 3rd place up to 2nd here. He's going to clear Luke Martin. Oh, we got trouble here. Patrick Smith and Hannah Allen have gotten together. And Smith, he's going to come back up into the track into Daniel Voiles and Carson Clevenger. Oh, that was not a good merge. That was not a good merge. I think they're going to throw the caution for that one, but Patrick Smith and Allen got together and it just unleashed a melee. Oh, we got trouble right afterwards, racing back to the caution flag. Jack Halleck and Toby Christie have gotten together. And Halleck went hard into the inside wall. Caution flag comes out now. They had raced back to the caution flag a lap ago, but the pace car fortunately just had an issue coming back onto the racetrack there before, as we're going to open pit lane here. We're going to look at the replays here of what happened, but that was a very interesting turn of events there. So here's what started the first incident here. Smith and Hannah Allen just get hooked together off of turn 1, which is going to be a bit of a problem today, I think. And Smith just unsafely merges up the track into Voiles and Carson Clevenger, who's making his Hardee's debut tonight, or today, but that's not a good look for Patrick Smith. Here's what happens to Toby Christie and Jack Halleck. Ooh, boy. Oh, Halleck and Christie just got a little hooked together there. I'm not sure if Christie came into him or Halleck just came down, but not a very good start to the day for Spartan Motorsports, that's for sure. 3 of the cars around within the first 3 laps. Pit stops have begun to caution here, and we got a couple of guys coming down to pit lane. We only did a couple of laps, so I'm kind of surprised to see people pitting. This is expected to be a one-stop race, and the tire wear has been pretty heavy as Hart, Martin, and several other cars running inside the top 15 have come to pit lane. Looks like they're going to be going for some kind of long-run strategy here, though, although track position is going to be very important, so this is quite the gamble. We'll have to see how this one shakes out here. Time for the restart here. Corey Williams is still your leader. Patrick Smith is a lap down, trying to get his lap back here after sustaining heavy damage in the lap 1 crash. Williams clears Smith, who comes up in front of Shade Eves in 2nd place. Corey's been pretty fast all weekend long, so it's going to be very interesting to see if he can pull away from these guys. As Shade Eves, he is having a problem trying to get past Patrick Smith, who is holding up quite well, all things considered here so far, but I can't imagine Eves and the cars behind him are very happy about this. Eves does get below him, though. James Ellison in 3rd place behind him. Looking to have one of his better runs of the season. Problem for Beer and Jacob in the 31 car. He's come to pit lane, reporting some kind of issue with the right side tire. Well, the right side tire apparently it may have been going down for some reason, so they're in pit lane, and he's going to come back out, but he's going to lose some laps here. One of the more interesting storylines that we've had so far this weekend is Memphis Fisher, who is making his Hardee's National Series debut today. Now, originally Austin Tyler had qualified the car and go home qualifying, but unfortunately left the track, and no one's been able to contact him or hear from him since. We suspect, according to reports, that he may have been kidnapped or something. We don't know. But Memphis Fisher making his Hardee's debut today in the 47 with a pretty good opportunity here. And he is running in 22nd, which is not bad for a debut so far. Running right behind Amanda Evans in the 65, who is also having a pretty strong run so far to begin the day. I think this may be the highest position the 65 has been all season ever since Daytona. Got a lot of battles up here in the top 10 right now. Looking at Tim Fiegel, who has just passed Kyle Collins for 9th place there. Tyler Black behind Bradley Bishop Jr. and Bobo Jones. Everyone pretty stuck under a blanket here. And maybe a due part to Patrick Smith slowing some of these guys up, but hey, it's still pretty good racing up here at the front to begin the night or day. I can't tell the time. Battle for the lead here. Shade Eves has caught the 14 of Corey Williams here, as Eves gets a little bit tight off at turn 3. Carbondale, it's got 3 corners. In a lot of ways, it's kind of like a smaller Pocono, with the banked first corner, the low banked but also fast second corner, and the long and difficult third corner. But Corey, he's got his hands full right now with Shade Eves and Kev Shear, who is now starting to catch up behind. Here comes Eves up the inside there. He's got to get a good run off of turn 1. And turn 1 is kind of where the exit of turn 1 is where a lot of passes are going to need to be made. Because at this track is basically a multi-turn passing groove, because you're not going to be able to pass one guy in one corner here. As they make slight contact there. Shade Eves gets the lead. And Corey falls in 2nd place there. Well, this has got to be a very pleasant sight for the Shade Benyako racing team right now. They've got both cars running in the top 5 here, as Butcher and James Ellison are battling for position. Ryan Butcher currently sitting 3rd place in the championship, as we are 1/3 of the way through the season here, which has been quite the surprise. Ryan Butcher has really taken the series by storm to begin the season. With how strong of runs he's been having. He almost won Iowa, almost won Kentucky. This 88 team's building to something pretty strong here, but finishing races has been kind of their struggle so far this season. They've got the speed, it's just maybe the inexperience of Butcher hasn't been able to just put together the full races so far. But we know that in the Truck Series he is capable of it. It's just with these cars it's a little bit different. And meanwhile, James Ellison, who in comparison hasn't really had the strongest season so far, but today he is really showing some pretty good speed here, running in the top 5. So Shade Benyako Racing, like I said earlier, they have got to be feeling pretty good to begin the day. Battle for 11th place here between RJ Bishop and Sebastian Kukalon. Sebastian Kukalon and Single Z Racing have a very strong start to begin the day. Now, Sebastian Kukalon, this team has not exactly had the best of luck so far to begin the year. We've seen this 92 car run inside the top 20 several times this season, but they've always just had something go wrong at the end of the races, and they just can't capitalize on it. It's why they currently are hovering just outside the top 30 in owners' points. You could argue that if they didn't have such bad luck, they'd probably be above it by a good bit, but if they can get a good finish here, it's going to help them out a lot. But like we said, it's just been the pace is there, it's the finishes that are not. Ooh, we got Bal here as Gatlin Downey's forcing it 3 wide underneath the 48 and the 42 here. They made contact. They go below the apron here. Oh, this is not going to be good. Downey and Johnson and LeBrad into the wall. No caution thrown yet, but a 3-car wreck into turns 2 and 3. And Downey, I mean, he saw the hole, but that was not very good. And now the caution has come out. The caution is now out. See what happens again. Ooh, just bad timing there. LePrad swung wide up towards the wall. Johnson came up to get next to him, and then Downey went for the hole, and they just all got stuck together off of turn 1. Another unfortunate incident for Gatlin Downey. You can just add that to several he's had so far this season. Well, that caution was not what Noah Hard or the guys who pitted lap 4 wanted to see, as they are now going to be back on even level with everybody, and they do not have the track position. So a bit of a botched call from a couple of guys in the back, but still a lot of racing to go here to make up the time lost here. Oh, we got an issue at pit lane. Shane Eves, the race leader, is having issues with Jake West in pit lane. Oh boy, Shane Eves, he was your leader at the caution flag, but this is going to cost him time. As you see, Tim Fiegel comes out in front of him, and Eves is going to lose the lead and several positions due to the incident with Jake West. Set for the restart here, Corey Williams is your leader once more. Shane Eves, after that pit lane incident, has fallen to 9th place. Patrick Smith and Bjorn Jacob on the inside as lap down cars. Green flag in the air. Corey clears the 04 immediately, entering turn number 1. That was exactly the restart he needed. Kev Shear up to 2nd place here. James Elson 3rd. Ryan Butcher 4th. And Bobo Jones up to 5th place. So we know Shane Eves has the potential race-winning car, but he's going to have some work to do in that 3 car to make up the positions lost. I can't imagine he's very thrilled with Jake West right now. Eves back here in 9th place here, trying to make up positions here, but he's got a problem here, and it's his teammate Brandon Krasta. Krasta has not exactly had the best weekend so far, but it seems that this 8 car has found some pace because all of a sudden he is marching forward. And Eves is now starting to drop some positions here as Krasta now underneath Tim Fiegel, who is running in 8th place today. So Krasta here, he is on the move. He is passing cars left and right as he's got his eyes set on Bradley Bishop Jr. And up here for the battle for 4th place, Elson just got passed by Ryan Butcher, who is now getting passed by Tyler Black. And Bobo Jones is, Black and Elson make some slight contact through the exit of turn 3. They were going to be seeing a lot of contact through turn 3 today. The way that corner is, we got smoked. Someone got spun. We'll have to look at that in a moment. Whatever it was, it didn't bring the caution out, but turns 3 is going to be a very big contact zone, as we saw earlier with Halleck and Christie. We're being told Aaron Abel went around. And how did that happen? And Gatlin Downey just dumped him. Now, fortunately, he faced the pace cars, so no one got hurt there, but no caution for Aaron Abel, and this is going to probably put him a lap down, which is not exactly what Tommy Roberts Racing, I think, was hoping for. So I can't imagine Gatlin Downey is going to be very popular with some of the backmarker teams for that one there. You can't blame Downey for being frustrated. This 12 team has really been kind of the stepchild, the redheaded stepchild of Fisher Motorsports so far this season. Luke Martin and Jordan Fisher have both won the last 2 races. Meanwhile, Gatlin Downey sits just outside the top 15 in points, actually even the top 20 in points, but this 12 team has a lot of speed. They've got a lot of potential here. It's just they haven't been able to just get the good finishes they've wanted. They've had mechanical failures. Downey's been involved in some unfortunate incidents. It's just nothing's been going right for this team. And right now, Downey's just trying to do what he can here, although I can't imagine, like I said, he's going to be very happy with the... There's not going to be a lot of happy stewards for that little spin with Aaron Abel. Jake West qualified really well, but unfortunately he was one of the guys who took the 2 tires on the first stop, which kind of trapped him at the back there, which is unfortunate because West has been having a lot of great qualifying efforts tarnished by things out of his control, you could argue. So West here trying to do what he can here to make up the lost time, but he's got a lot of work to do, and that's very unfortunate for Joseph Sirigley Racing. They've had, every time they get a good qualifying effort, it's mostly been from West, mind you, that just something bad happens every time. Aaron Abel has him to lap down, and Ryan Butcher has passed Kev Shear for 2nd place. Corey Williams 2 seconds up the racetrack right now. Butcher second, Kev Shear third, Tyler Black fourth. This has definitely been the strongest run he's had in several weeks. Shade Eves has managed to rebound his way up to 5th place. He got repast Krasta again. I think this 3 car actually may be a long run car, considering they didn't have a good restart, but they've just been getting faster every lap since, so I think Eves is going to be hoping for no more cautions. Especially when he has incidents on pit road like he had with Jake West. I think caution flags are going to be the 3's #1 enemy today. Typically we don't really highlight lap cars, but I kind of feel like we have to here. Patrick Smith, who got involved in the first incident. Now granted, Smith definitely deserves some criticism for how he handled that incident, coming back up to the racetrack and taking out several cars, but at the same time, the 04 actually looks pretty good, all things considered, with the damage. If he was on the lead lap, this car would be in 8th place. Or 9th place, excuse me, so this 04 has actually got some pretty decent pace. If they could actually get their lap back even, they actually could have a good finish still on the books, but just not the day Smith, I think, was expecting, though. But SC Motorsports, they have to be pretty happy with the pace, at the very least, I guess. Luke Martin in 12th place right now. He is one of those cars who pitted, who pitted on the first couple of laps there underneath that first caution. That took way more words to say that they needed. But Luke Martin, he's up to 12th place here. He's making up the time lost. And this 22 looks really fast here, as he's coming up on James Elston for 11th place. Martin, he's hounding the heck out of the 93, and Kyle Collins is right behind him as well. Look at Elston, though. He is really defending hard against Luke Martin here. He wants to hold this Fisher car off really bad. We are at the halfway point here. Here's Diego Yepes running in 18th right now. The 77 team has got to be feeling pretty sore after what happened at Kentucky. Was leading the race on pace and had a blown tire entering turn number 1. And Yepes has not exactly had the best weekend here either. Qualified somewhat in the back and has now been slowly crawling his way forward ever since. So Yepes trying to make up for the lost points here. They've left a lot of points on the table the last couple of weeks, and they really, really need to get their act together because they're starting to fall behind in the points championship. Oh, Patrick Smith, he's going to get dumped by RJ Bishop. Yep. That was certainly a dump. I'm not sure why Bishop had to do that, but I think he just had enough of Patrick Smith, who comes up in front of Julio Caesar. Well, the 04's tires are definitely not going to be very happy about that one. Oh, we got problem here. Bradley Bishop Jr., second in the championship points, has blown an engine in the 45. Big mechanical failure for the 45 AFRT car. And that was not when he needed it. Hit Allen comes out of nowhere and hits him. And that's going to bring the yellow out. Caution's out for Bradley Bishop Jr. He was hit by Allen while blowing up, and man, that is a shame right there. Replay the incident here. Hannah Allen, I'm not sure what she was thinking here, but that's not what we're focusing on here. It's Aiden Shepard and Memphis Fisher getting together as they go way below the apron and almost going into pit lane. And that's going to cost them a position there. I don't think that was really necessary. I don't think that was really necessary, but what happened there. Down the pit lane here. This will actually probably be the final stop of the race here, as they will be able to make it on fuel for the rest of the race here. So Corey Williams in the lead. Had a 2-second lead at the time of the caution over Ryan Butcher. Here's the race off pit road. Corey Williams putting his final left side tires on. And, oh boy, wait, oh, he's having trouble getting out of his stall. Ryan Butcher and Eves are going to beat him out. Corey Williams had issues getting the car refired, and he's just lost the lead. Ryan Butcher and Eves got past him, and they had a drag race coming off of pit lane. And Butcher was the winner. So Ryan Butcher has taken the lead off of pit lane. And he's going to have some lap cars next to him. This is going to be very, very interesting here. Restarting with less than, well, just over 50 laps to go here. Ryan Butcher with an opportunity here. He is going to restart in front of Shane Eves and Corey Williams, the two cars who have led laps today. Ryan Butcher's going to be the third car to lead laps today now, as he clears Aaron Abels through turns 1. That was the perfect restart Ryan Butcher needed. He needs to get a gap because that 3 and 14, those cars are very, very fast. And if he can get a gap here as the lap cars are holding them up here, Smith and Abel, they are not being nice to the 3 or the 14 right now. But he's now trying to capitalize here. He's got an opening here. As Williams here shoots underneath the 21 here. Bjorn Jacob puts it 3 wide. No, he's been spun. Corey Williams has been spun on the restart. And the caution has come out. Car in the wall, but Corey Williams, the pole sitter, the race dominator, has been spun. Look at this here. Bjorn Jacob, he just... Oh, man, that was not smart at all. Oh, no. Corey Williams, he was trying to make a pass on Aaron Abel. Jacob, for some reason, decided he wanted to make it 3 wide. And he just spun Corey, and that is not going to be a very popular move with the fans today. Oh, my goodness. Here's a look at a secondary incident that happened after Corey spun here as Lockrow Shepard got together and hit the wall hard into turns number 3. So following that spin, Corey Williams has fallen to 25th place here, and he has got a long road ahead of him with just under 50 to go. Gonna have to pull a little Nick Brewing at Iowa type action here if he wants to get a good finish. And that's unfortunate for Corey Williams after having such a very strong first half of the race. Another restart for Ryan Butcher. He's going to have Shade Eves and Brandon Krasta and Kev Shear behind. He's got 3 CM cars hounding him. This is going to be a very interesting final stretch of this race. He's got 3 CM cars to fight. And Shea Bianca Racing, I mean, on the SkyTech Alliance Racing totem pole, they are pretty much third. He's got the front runners of that totem pole right behind him. But fortunately for him, he's going to have some lap cars to help him out here, I think. So Butcher, he does keep the lead on the restart. Eves looking to get past Patrick Smith, who has had a couple of adventures so far today. Lap cars are not being very nice right now, but Eves, he is trying to be patient with the 04, but that patience is going to run out eventually here. Speaking of patience gone, Krasta, he wants past Abel, and Pierre and Jacob, they are not helping him out here. Oh, no, no. Oh, Patrick Smith's been spun again. Well, first it was Bishop, now it's Eves. And whoa, Patrick. Okay, the unsafe merging is getting a little ridiculous. Let's be real here. But Smith, good car control. I guess that's the one positive so far. I think I see some debris on the front stretch here. I think someone may have hit somebody. Oh, we got trouble. Brennan Krasta and Aaron Abel have got together off of turn 3. Okay, somehow no one went around from that. That's a miracle. Holy cow, Krasta and Abel got together off at turn 4. I'm not sure if Krasta was trying to clear himself or Abel came down, but that was a bit of a heart attack moment. I don't think Krasta wanted that at all. Oh, we got more lap traffic trouble here. Kev Shear has spun the 31 of Bjorn Jacob, and the 9 of Bobo Jones is around, right in front of the mid-pack. Several cars are wrecking. We got a melee. Bobo Jones ended up on multiple wheels. Several cars in the back are wrecking. Noah Hart's got front-end damage. Chaos at the mid-pack to front, and they all race back to the line very aggressively there. Oh boy, what just happened there? Oh, Williams and Evans get together. I'm not sure if that was out of frustration or not, but Bobo Jones around off of turn 1, and it just caused a melee. What happened here? Oh, 3 wide again. Yeah, 3 wide turn 1's just not working. So Bobo Jones, oh man, that was a big melee here. Ryan Reed, Noah Hart, James Ellison, Fiegel, Kukulon, Evans, a lot of cars with damage there. Look at this again here. Yeah, Jones just 3 wide. It's just not been working today. And you can see the melee of cars into turn number 2 here. Well, after the biggest wreck of the day, Noah Hart is the only car who actually retired from the race because of that wreck, so everyone else who got involved is still on the track and moving. But some have fallen a lot down, like James Ellison. But less than 40 to go here. Ryan Butcher, your leader, with Shade Eves, Krasta, and Shear still behind. He's got his hands full with CM Racing to end this race, that is for sure here. Daniel Voya is now a lap down in the 15. He is definitely not going to be able to really well. Actually, well, okay, never mind. For a second, I thought Voyles was about to send it underneath Butcher, but he thought better of it. But Butcher, again, with another great restart, gets the perfect one. He's going to have lap cars, again, messing with his competitors here. Now, East has actually done a pretty good job of getting through lap traffic so far in these restarts, but he is still having his hands full here with several of them, especially Aaron Abel. Are we seriously thinking 3 wide again? Yeah. You know, you would think after the 12th time, these guys would realize that 3 wide in turn 1 is just a recipe for disaster. And now it's got Bjorn Jacob around again. Now, granted, at least this time when Jacob got spun, a melee didn't happen behind him, so you know what, progress. Well, that makes it 2 cars RJ Bishop has spun so far today. I'm not sure if that makes him at the top of the leaderboard, but definitely not going to be a very good look here from the race officials here. I wonder if they'll look at it, but Bishop is looking pretty fast here. Battling Brandon Krasser for 4th place, with Kyle Collins just behind. Well, that melee starting to open a door here. Christopher Jones in the 29 car running inside the top 10 for SC Motorsports here. Jones has actually been having a quietly good run today in the 29, been running inside the top 20 for the entire race. Now, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to hold off Corey Williams here, who is still making up for that incident with Bjorn Jacob here. Corey's been picking off cars one by one ever since that incident. And this 14 still got, I think, some race winning pace here, but they just need the track position. Battle for 16th here, Ryan Reed. Underneath the 65, Amanda Evans. And Amanda Evans, what a day for Red Stallion Racing so far. They've actually been running inside the top 25 for a good chunk of it here. And they're trying to get a good finish here. Also, Dewey Schramm and Shanley Daniel also having some pretty strong runs here if they can hold on to it here. As Evans goes underneath, trying to make a pass on Reed, and she makes contact with Dewey Schramm. And oh no, Schramm, Evans together again, off of turn 3, into Reed. And Reed gets spun into the wall. Caution's out with just under 30 to go. Let's look at this again here. Amanda Evans, she gets a good run off of turn 1, tries to make a repass on 24, doesn't realize that Dewey Schramm was there. And these two just get together, and I thought they may have been good here. Reed kept the car straight, but unfortunately further contact with Schramm just put him into the wall. Coming up on 20 laps to go here. Ryan Reed has retired from the race following that incident, and you gotta feel bad for Ryan Reed. Another top 20 run taken away out of something that was not of his control here. But we are back on the green here at Carbondale. Ryan Butcher is your leader still. And tell you what, the restart game has been real strong for him today. This 88 has been perfect every single time. And now the desperation's going to start coming in because Eves, he knows he can't just be patient behind these guys anymore. Same for Kev Shear. They know they have to get going here. Now, Patrick Smith's been spun multiple times, so you would think that he maybe would get the message to get out of the way, regardless if those incidents were his fault or not, but Smith, I think, at this point, just trying to prove his pace at this point, which he has. Granted, this 04 has been hanging on pretty well inside the top 10, despite it not actually running in the top 10 here, as Kev Shear gets past Shane Eves there for second place. So Shear with a nice pass with 20 to go here. We are now at 20 to go. And this Zero car looks pretty fast. He's quietly just been running in the top 5 for this entire day, but has not made a move towards the lead yet. Is now the time. We got scramble with lap cars down here. Look at Yepes all the way towards the grass underneath Buren Jacob. That was close. That was really close. But Yepes pulls the move off. He's going to get past Jacob and get past Krasta. That was a bold move by Diego Yepes. That's going to pay dividends. He's going to get past Tyler Black. And you can see that 77. He's got some hood damage. So Yepes, I don't think that damage is hurting him too bad. He is looking really spiffy here. Corey Williams has reached the top 10 after getting spun earlier. A nice recovery drive, but you've got to be, the disappointment of this 14 team has got to be immense because this car is so good. They had such a great first half, and they may be able to get a top 5 out of this, but a top 10 also may be the best case scenario here. But coming to 15 to go, Ryan Butcher is your leader in the 88 car. Looking for his first career Hardee's National Series win, and looking for Shane Benyaka Racing's first series win. But he's got his hands full here. He has been having to hold off CM Racing cars ever since he got the lead. And right now it's no different. Kev Shear in the Zero car is trying to run him down. But we also can't forget about Shane Eves in third place. We know this is a very good long run car. The cautions and restarts have not helped Eves. But if they can just keep it clean, he may have a chance here. Right behind, Kyle Collins and RJ Bishop dealing with Patrick Smith. This is your top 5 right here. Kyle Collins on his way to potentially another solid but quiet day. If you want to talk about the top 30 North Points battle here, you can see it is getting real tight, but it's also for some good finishes here. Jake West has recovered back into the top 15 after falling to the back earlier in the race. He's battling his teammate Julio Caesar. These are two guys just hovering above the cut line. You also have Sebastian Kukulon, who's running outside the top 30. The 08, who's outside the top 30 as well. The 32, who is hovering on the top 30 as well. So this is going to be a very good points day for a couple of these guys to try and stay in the top 30 in points or get into the top 30 in points. But they've got to finish this race first to make it happen. Less than 10 to go here. Kev Shear is starting to falter against Ryan Butcher's lead. I think the 0 car, they have it set up for the short run. Considering how he was able to pass Shade Eves. But ever since he got to second place, he's kind of been sort of losing time to Butcher here. So Eves, I mean, if Eves wants a shot here, he's going to have to go now because there is not a lot of time left. Only a couple of miles to go. And we got smoke again in the same spot as it's been the entire race, but the caution has now come out for it. But Ryan Butcher right now, he is in the driver's seat right now. He is pulling away from both these guys. We're being told the smoke was the result of this. Tyler Black and Brandon Krasta get together off of turn 1. So battling for 10th place here, Krasta goes around, and apparently this also cost him to blow a tire, so Krasta to pit lane. Another decent run ruined by a late race pit stop. Last time it was his fault, this time it wasn't though. So unfortunate for CM Racing, who looked like they were about to have all 3 of their cars finish inside the top 10. That is not going to be the case, but they still got 2 cars battling for this win here. Shear is sort of making up the gap again on the 88, but this 88 has been strong ever since he got the lead. No one has been able to really challenge him up to this point. 0.84 last time, 0.94 this time, so a whole 10th quicker for Ryan Butcher. So he's got almost a whole second here, and on a short track that may as well be 10 seconds if it's on a road course. So Butcher, he is rolling right now. The gap is getting bigger and bigger as we come to 2 laps to go for Ryan Butcher in the 88 car for Shane Benyako Racing. This 88 car has been on track for a win to begin the season, to the surprise of a lot of people. And Butcher has been on fire this season, running 3rd in the points as a rookie. Shane Benyako Racing, who slowly as the year went on last year, got better and better. Although I don't think many could have predicted this level of speed already to begin the year. The white flag is out for Ryan Butcher in the 88. And what will be one of the biggest wins of his career. He's just got to get through 2 more corners. It's been a long, long day with a lot of calamity, a lot of collisions, and a lot of melees. But through all of it, a star breaks through. Ryan Butcher off at turn 3 wins at Carbondale. And it is a big celebration on pit road as Ryan Butcher wins for the first time in the Hardee National Series in what has been while short, a long time coming as well. Butcher wins. Shane Benyako Racing, their first win as a team. Kev Shear finishes 2nd. A very much needed point save for him. He's been on fire the last couple of weeks. Shade Eves, 3rd place. Kyle Collins, 4th. RJ Bishop, 5th. Corey Williams recovers to 6th place here. Sean Angel, 7th. After having a very quiet day. Diego Yepes finishes 8th with hood damage. Luke Martin finishes in the top 10. And Tyler Black finishes in the top 10 as well with a 10th place finish.